Up next is Valerie with Artefacto
Yeah.
and the smart uses of AR in our cities.
Yeah.
So whenever you're ready.
Well, yeah. First of all, I must tell you that my presentation is a little different as yours. So we wanted to summarize a little what we have seen before, and I must introduce myself before. And I am the CEO of a company which is doing augmented reality, especially for building. First of all, I am an architect, so we work a lot on developing application to show building in augmented reality, to add augmented reality on brochure, and to add augmented reality outside, full scale, to understand building. Well, after that, we don't want to speak anymore about the company, and we wanted to take a use case to understand how augmented reality can help you when you are in the city. Okay. So we decided to change point of view and to understand how you can have helps with augmented reality. So we choose to speak about Jack Bauer because I think you are all waiting about the 9th seasons, and we think that it was interesting to have a use case to understand how you can be more comfortable with augmented reality in your city. So first, Jack Bauer. Sorry, because my English is so poor, so I need to have my notes before. And so he wakes up. And as very early as usual, and he wants to check the weather forecast. And using augmented reality application, he can add quite quickly information about the weather by pointing a smartphone at the sky, and he can have information about the weather in his location, but he can have information too around him. At 10 miles away. So it's very interesting, and he decided to take the bus because the weather is fine. Then he arrived at the bus stop, and he can have information in real time about all the traffic jam in the city, and he can notice that the bus, it's not a good way to go to the office, so he thinks to take the subway. But unfortunately, he noticed that alien attacks is coming, and he didn't notice that it was a fake bus stop for Pepsi advertising. But you can notice that, well, it's a huge way for communication, and with augmented reality, you can have an amazing way to communicate for brand and advertising. It's just a question of imagination. It's just a question of story. So he decided to run to the subway, and right now he knows that it's his new mission to destroy the attack alien. So unfortunately, the problem is that alien has got their own augmented reality application, so it's very easy for them to understand our language. Not for me, but for them it's okay. And they can use augmented reality to translate immediately the sign and to have all the information. They can use augmented reality too to know where to have 20% off to eat or to sleep. But fortunately, they don't have the application of Jack Bauer, and Jack knows exactly how to find the good way to find the building where to crash the headquarters of the alien. And he has got a very interesting and smart application using the beam easily, and he can know exactly the infrastructure of the city, how the electricity and the energy is generated. And I think tomorrow we can use this kind of application to control all the city and to control the power energy and to control too how to maintain the building. Well, it was not enough, so he decided to call Amy, his friend, and she was the architect for the building, and Amy can share very quickly with him the plan of the building, because she used an application, an augmented application called Yobasi, and she can share very quickly the building with Jack Bauer to let him understand exactly where to enter the building. So in few clicks, she can send the files, and he can understand how to come in. Arriving on the site, he can do the same experience, but quite quickly with the augmented application. He can see the building in front of him and confirm where to enter the building. So using the Bing application, and we know that it's not very easy right now, but tomorrow it will be, and it's Jack Bauer. He can follow a pipe because it's in the file, and he knows exactly how to enter and to lead the room he has to destroy. So he's going to use his tablet as a sort of scanner to understand how is the pipe and what is the best way to enter the building. And arriving to the good room, he can use another application for training to understand exactly how to put the bomb and to crash the building. Here it is. So it's done. So by saving time, yes, by saving time with augmented reality, I can now answer your question. And if you have any question, Kristen is going to help me, I think, if I don't understand very well.
What happens next week?
You have to wait for the next season, I think. Well, it was just it was just a joke. I have questions.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, questions?
Actually, can you describe the nightmare that a lot of people are kind of driving a lot of people away from air? That the privacy is incredibly fragile with the air technologies. So was this promoting it or scaring it?
No, it's a joke, but I make the promotion of what I think something will be exist, especially for the BIM and for building, because it's our scope, in fact. And no, of course, I think it's helpfully, I can say that. And it's not a nightmare for me, but it was another way to take it.
Awesome. All right. So that wraps up this. Thank you. Big round of applause for our speakers, AR and Urban and Architecture.